Hello everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music. I also cover video game music on the guitar. I've been a musician for a very long time and I really like music, to put it lightly. This is a Patreon request from Blood Trinity. Granblue Fantasy, Armageddon. It's been a while since I've done Granblue Fantasy. I think I've done Granblue Fantasy. I could be wrong, I don't know. But either way, I think I did. This is a, like I said, a Patreon request, but it also was a weekly random poll, or random draw. So this person got chosen randomly, so they didn't have to wait. So here we go. This is Armageddon. Granblue Fantasy. I'm just listening right now. Oh. Very thrash metal in the background. Bagpipes? Oh, okay. Get that double kick. It sounds so mystical. Oh. Never mind. Did I say mystical? What a beautiful voice. This has been a headbanger the whole time. Let that power chord ring out. Ooh. And then with the little at the end. They're like, yeah, just leave it in the recording. Okay. Granblue Fantasy. A game with a lot of praise. Armageddon. Okay. You know, I'm a big fan of song titles from VGM. They're like really elaborate. Sometimes they're just a stage name or a character's name, and sometimes they just kind of don't make any sense. In this case, since I have no context, none of it made sense. So I was trying to think of like Armageddon. That didn't sound like Armageddon. That sounded like I was like going into heaven or something. Really cool use of, well, it was really heavy underneath. Like the undertones of it all were really like thrash metal. Both rhythmically, guitar rhythmically, drums. It was very heavy. But it was so piled on by synthesizers, the beautiful vocals, and it almost doesn't sound that way. It sounds more heavenly. That's why I said that. So that was interesting. It was like a clash of moods. I don't know what to feel. I feel neutral right now. I feel like right in the middle, like a number 5, 1 out of 10. Very interesting song. Granblue Fantasy. So, well, I have to give it up because there was some experimentation here for a very limited time, and that was the bagpipes, which was then followed by the same melody on I think a synthesizer. But bagpipes, huh? Where do you even buy bagpipes? Like, wow. Which raises more questions, because bagpipes, for the most part, every instance I've heard bagpipes in is kind of like a regional theme to the song. So, like, is Scotland involved in any way in this game or something? I doubt it. But, or maybe the scenery is close to it. I don't know. I can only make up so many scenarios in my head. But one thing that was evident throughout the entire song, and I can't be the only one who thought this, was that basically sounded like Nier Automata, or Nier in general. Those vocals, the way they were like floating on notes and then sustaining them like a melody. These types of vocals are very much like an instrument themselves. You know, I don't know what they were saying, but, you know, it was more about the vowels and the carrying of notes as opposed to like a lot of lyrics and just, you know, it was more just like another instrument. Just imagine those vocals as a flute or something. Whatever instrument, it would sound okay because it was just that kind of thing, which Nier does a lot. So I don't know if it's the same composer or if they're related. I doubt it. But you never know. You know, the video game world is kind of interesting. But That's all I kept thinking about is Nier Automata. Or Nier. And thrash metal. So if if Megadeth and Kaiichi were to start a band, that would be the result, is Armageddon. quite literally in the title. So the good news is I have another Granblue fantasy from the same requester immediately after this. So maybe I'll get some more context. Probably not. But that's exciting. So now I don't have to wait, you know, months to the next Granblue. It's just a couple minutes. So that actually makes me very happy. Please, as always, let me know your experience with Granblue, soundtrack, your favorite songs, etc. Without spoiling anything, of course. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Now I know where I've heard this. I've been thinking, like, where have I heard of the name Granblue? And now I know why. It's not from Granblue Fantasy. It's from Granblue Fantasy Versus. Apparently, I think they made a fighting game, and I know I'm more involved in like that community, so that's where I've heard it. I've heard that name in that. I didn't know there was other games. I know it as a fighting game, so apparently I'm oblivious, which, hey, that's not new. So regardless, thank you Blood of Trinity for the request. I'm about to check out your other one right now, which is also Granblue. If you would like to do the same, you could do so on Patreon or PayPal, and neither are necessary, but they are guaranteed ways that I will check out your song. They are in the description below. You could just comment as well, and I may get to it, but you have to stick out because there's a lot of comments with a lot of requests. So that's pretty much it. It was a very cool song, very thrashy, yet very near. That's the only thing I can think of. So a good time nonetheless. This has been your Uncle Jesse in the auditorium. I will see you dudes and dudettes later. Make sure you join the Discord right above my head, where you can find me and the rest of my community and talk about, I don't know, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Why not? Until next time, see ya.